Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. The GOAT goes down. Let me tell y'all something. The closer we get to Clarissa Shields and Shadasia Green getting in the ring, the closer we get to finding out just how good Clarissa Shields is when she goes up against somebody who's in their prime, who can actually knock her out, and who's hungry. Now, I was just sitting here, and this is Clarissa Shields. If you go to Twitter, she got a page, right? And I was just scrolling down because people are like, oh, it's going down on Twitter. Clarissa Shields, Shadasia Green are going at it. And I'm like, going at it? I'm like, all right, so I'll go check it out. So I come over to the page. I looked at it last night, but, I'm so damn busy, I ain't had time to really worry about anything else. And then I see this right here. Shadasia Green is telling her 2016, 2015, 2014, stop. I don't want to be that person. Clarissa Shields like, excuse me, I was gold medals all those years and I didn't meet you till 2015 and 2014. I wonder, what do you think you're getting at? And I was like, okay, what exactly is going on here? So, of course, I click on here. I'm trying to see what's going on. And Shadasia like, you're too angry, champ. I'm going to leave you to it. Peace, be still. Just stop bashing my name. It's okay for fighters that want to fight without bashing and degrading. Go ahead and be great. And Shadasia says, video shows you bashing my name. Why? When I'm asked about you, I respond and say you're a great fighter. Your light still shines, champ. You don't have to degrade and dim others. And I agree with that. And someone says Clarissa's hating as usual. She didn't respond in that thread. But as you come down, somebody came Michelle, and Clarissa's like, nah. She's like, listen here, Shay. I won gold at World Championship and most outstanding fighter for the entire tournament. Right before the tournament, one of y'all stole my passport in Germany. I don't know who, but I still made it and handled business. And Shadasia Green is like, don't make me start talking about things that happened in 2016 on the Olympic team. Clarissa's like, I like a lot of people, but y'all losers, participation trophies winners really grind my gears. Now, since you ask, I like, and she's saying she likes Caroline DeBar. She likes Michaela Mayer. She likes Franchon Cruz's Perkins. Katie Taylor, of course, gets busy. She likes Ram Ali, Sky Nicholson, Samantha Worthington, and there's a lot more girls. Then she says, I don't like you though. Shadasia's like, is that what you really think about me? Sheesh, I care to know damn. I care to know damn why you don't like anybody. And then Clarissa's like, now since, Shadasia so desperately wanted my attention, let's talk about how in 2016, Franchon Cruz's spit on you. You didn't get your lick back at all. Then y'all fight in 2013, 2023, you don't even push her at a face-offs or nothing. Then lose again. Most pea crap ever. Let me see if there's anything said there. Shadasia Green said, don't make me start talking about the things that happened in 2016 on the Olympic team. And she's like, yep, I agree, champ. She says, champ, you can't be using those words and wearing heels and stuff. That's not ladylike. So my thing is, hold on. Let me see something. Okay. Don't make me start talking about the things that happened in 2016 on the Olympic team. Ooh-wee. Ooh-hoo. Oh, no. I want to know. We want to know. She talked too much, Shadasia. Clarissa run her mouth too much. come out here talking about God and this and that and inspiring people and this and that, and we would try to give her credit. Then she come out here running her mouth again. So let me go ahead and click on this. I'm gonna say this, tell it all. Yeah, no, we want to know what happened in 2016. Yeah, we need to hear. We need to hear what happened. Let's see, we want to know. And she says, I was enjoying time with my family till this punk start making videos about me like she really liked that. Thing about being an MF champ is you talk that crap and back it up. Can't lose and then pop it. You damn loser, Shadasia Green. That's what I don't like about you. So let me click on that one. Shadasia like, is that really what you don't like about me? Sheesh, I care to know. Damn, you don't like anybody. And scroll down here, nothing there. Click on this. Nothing. All right. Go back here. MFers get humbled and pretend they was always humble. Shadasia was on some weak ass podcast saying she would beat me and Fran Sean same night, knocked both of us out. Now Cruz whooped that ass and humbled her. Now she's so modest. F out of here, bum. Bum, there go the bum word. You wasn't always like that. So let me come back here. What podcast, champ? I can't be this angry. A bum is crazy, champ. She a fake rapper. She won't. I wonder what podcast too she talking about. Wish she would have went ahead and said it. Which one she was talking about? I would have loved an opportunity to say something there. Hey Shay, you lost to her unanimously. Next time when, Boogie Woman? Oh, she's just posting this right here. And Chris, I can't stand when a fighter talk like they're undefeated. Now they mad that I'm literally stating facts. Fran Sean is a better fighter than Shadasia. Not my fault that you lost. Next time, don't lose. The Shadasia win, MF will win. She says, I can't argue with you on every social media platform, champ. Only person doing the talking is you. Spell my name right. You know it well. Yeah. There's something going on there. Something going on there. Let's see. Okay. All right. So enough of all that. So obviously there's something going on and something brewing between Clarissa Shields and Shadasia Green. Now, what I'm going to tell you is the recent Twitter argument between Clarissa Shields and Shadasia Green, I don't think it came out of nowhere. I think this tension has been building for over a year, but this latest exchange feels different because both women are now operating. I mean, the shit's been building for longer than a year, but they're both operating in the same weight neighborhood, so the fight needs to happen. As far as the promotional conversations, it won't be an issue. MVP Promotions, Salida with Win Records, whatever the hell that is that Clarissa Shields has going on, it wouldn't be an issue making the fight. I just don't think Clarissa Shields wants to fight because the reality is Shadasia Green has gotten better, it keeps getting better, and Clarissa Shields is taking the foot off the gas. And there's a good chance Shadasia Green beats her, not just beats her, times her, counters her, and drops her, maybe knocks her ass out. Okay? And to be honest with you, the same spotlight that women's boxing has finally earned, what two fighters would be a better fit to get in the ring than Shadasia Green and Clarissa Shields. And I just think when two fighters of this caliber start firing publicly, it isn't just ego. I think it's negotiation. Twitter beef in boxing is often a message to promoters, fans, and networks. I'm ready. Someone putting duck sauce on the fried rice. Let's make this fight worth something. The fact that, Shadasia and, Clarissa Shields speaking directly to each other instead of around each other means pressure is rising. And I think Clarissa Shields is just hating on Shadasia because Shadasia is getting her shine and more people are talking to her. She's coming on podcasts, smaller podcasts like mine, larger podcasts like others. But the bottom line is everybody is talking about Clarissa versus Shadasia. And Clarissa always likes to sit there and try to throw a curveball. Shadasia lost to Franchon, and Franchon, I beat Franchon, and Franchon. Listen, that shit doesn't matter because the reality is Savannah Marshall beat Franchon. Shadasia beat Savannah Marshall. So you can talk about Franchon all you want, but the bottom line is Shadasia Green beat Savannah, the person who beat Franchon. And Clarissa knows styles make fights. It's just Clarissa putting duck sauce on the fried rice because she over there shaking in them furry blue boots that she have on. She over there shaking in her wig. She's shaking so much that the makeup has just popped off her face. She's disrespectful, y'all. I know we trying to cut her slack and trying to, look at the good that she's doing. But she over there talking about something and P word and this and, that girl ain't changed nothing, man. She hasn't changed nothing, man. And what I wish, and this is why sometimes, some people just don't know when to shut up. And Clarissa Shields is someone, she just doesn't shut up. I want to hear what happened in 2016. I want to hear what Shadasia Green is talking about. I want to hear what happened when they were out there and they were roommates together. Was there a fight? What happened? See, and this is where Clarissa Shields, obviously something happened because Clarissa Shields didn't say shit about that. She acted like that wasn't said. I caught that. So Shadasia is holding on to something juicy. And she may drop it out there, she may not. I'm not going to ask her about it, Shadasia want to drop that bomb, she will. But I really believe Shadasia holding on to something juicy. That could be why Clarissa started spiraling out of control and acting all crazy and shit. Turned into goddamn Charlie Brown's teacher and started wonking all over the goddamn Twitter page. But I'm just telling you this right now. Promoters, they see and hear the noise. Fans see the drama. In boxing, especially women's boxing, they need those marquee matchups. This is absolutely a positive sign that the fight is heating up. At the same time, Clarissa Shields has a lot going on, man. I don't think she's ever getting back in an MMA ring and going to be pursuing those ventures. It's just the money ain't really there for her to block out 6 months of her year or 8 months or whatever it is to get ready for one fight. So I don't know. I don't think she's going to mess around with the MMA ventures. I do think she's dealing with business deals. I think there may be some stuff that may open up for her. I don't know. They may need somebody to come out there and speak to the Walmart workers and give them a motivational speech or something like that. So she may get the call for something like that. But she ain't gonna get too many calls for anything, seeing that she is kind of hanging out with a married guy. And that's just being real. That ain't a diss to no one. I mean, that's the real. She's hanging out with a married guy, and that is frowned upon. I can tell you that from all the lives I've been doing, listening to the ladies. Now, of course, the ladies know. For me, I don't care. I'm like, nobody should be lonely. But I do understand after they broke it down, I did some research. That shit is frowned upon. The people know life happens and shit like that with relationships, they get it. But for a brand to want to get behind you, they're not going to do it knowing that you're with someone who's married. So the reality is Pap, the guy who she's with, Papoose, he's married. So she's the side chick. She's a side piece. You know what I'm saying? If I had a big bucket of chicken, there'd be a chicken breast in there, there'd be a thigh, there may be a leg. Then there's this little drumette, right? The wing and the drumette. Nah, she wouldn't even be the drumette. She'd be that little small, little narrow piece, the piece that looked like you can take, man, and kind of, scale fish with it. That little bullshit piece on the chicken wing, that's what she is. And that's just the reality. So let's see what happens here, because one thing I'll say, it looked like Papoose has had a resurgence in his music career, and that's good. But let's see what happens in 2 years from now. You know, where they going to be in their relationship if my boy's still going to be married. Because I'll tell you this. I don't know, Papoose, if you listen, I'm telling you, man. Don't matter what nobody say. Forget the embarrassment and all that, man. You can make it work out with, because you married, make it work out with your wife. There's a child there and everything. Make it work out. I would. Do what you got to do to break your fall, get back on your feet, and then bounce. Bounce. But the issue is, whether or not her attention is actually divided doesn't matter. What matters is the perception that she might not be laser focused on boxing, which I don't think she is. I'm just being honest with you. Fighters know psychology plays a huge role. If you can convince the public that your rival is distracted, not locked in, or slipping even 2%, leverage shifts. Shadasia Green is playing that angle perfectly. Shadasia knows what time it is. She knows about strategy. She's been playing sports for a long time. That's why she took to boxing and has excelled. She knows how to play angles. She knows what to do. She knows strategy. Come out here and take a little poke at Shields. Publicly, she's making a story about focus, not skill. And in boxing, perception leads to pressure. Pressure leads to negotiations, and negotiations lead to fights. One thing about Shadasia, she's always very respectful when it comes to Clarissa. Clarissa's the one that takes it to the stupid and doesn't hold her horses. Hey, yo, Clarissa. Hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. We all know you undisputed. You tell us every damn day. We all know you're decorated as a fighter. You tell us every damn day. And we know you're culturally dominant when it comes to boxing. We know. You tell us every day. But one thing is for sure, right now, we're not so sure how long you're going to remain undisputed. We're not so sure how long that decorated conversation is going to matter. And we're not so sure you're any more dominant today than you were yesterday, because you ain't focused. So this self-proclaimed crown of being the greatest woman of all time, you may be about to lose that shit. Matter of fact, majority of us feel if you fight Shadasia Green, that whole GOAT title, you might as well hand that shit over to Shadasia. She's the real athlete. She got the real discipline. She got the real power. She's the kind of fighter that boxing fans want to see, not someone like you tickling people, coochie cooing, chicken pecking across a 10-round, 12-round, 2-minute fight. Get out of here. We want to see people in 2 minutes. Get out of here. Not enough time to knock somebody out. Pep. Tell him, Pep. Right? If I had 3 minutes, if I had 4 minutes, if I had 5 minutes, then I can come get a knockout, right? Yeah, they don't like me because they want to beat me. I look like Beyonce. Hey, yo, Clarissa. Hey, yo, easy. Matter of fact, hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. You are being hunted. It's not easy to miss you either, because you're done blown up, looking like a French bread around here. You ain't staying in shape. You look like you ready to be with child. You ready to start a family. You ain't ready to get back in the ring. And that's why you got a lot of these females who want to dethrone you, but you're not trying to get in there with the ones who really want to get at you, who's a real threat. Nah, you trying to come out here and duck, goose. Putting duck sauce on the fried rice. You're trying to find that little goddamn Canadian geese or somebody that you can go out there and try to get an easy win over. We know the game. We see you. You can smell it coming off your neck. But Green isn't just another challenger, and you know that. She's one of the few physically strong, naturally powerful fighters who believe, and many fans believe, that doesn't just give you a real test, that she beats you. She's an athlete. She has size, punch resistance, raw power that you have. Matter of fact, I don't think you've really faced anybody like a Shadasia Green with the skill and the power and the confidence. And you right now, you have speed, or at least you used to right now. I don't think you have none of that. Speed, you have intensity, you have passion. But one thing for sure that you're going to have if you face Shadasia Green is at the end of the fight, you're going to have a loss on your record. We know you used to be an outstanding master boxer. We know what you used to be. Now, you're a master rapper. I get the Neiman Marcus if I want it. I'll go get it and you jump it in the internet and jump in the pig and then I bite you in the ankle and I jump in the thing and making green bean casserole and the Thanksgiving turkey. Hey, yo, give that rap shit up. It sucks. It's horrible. It's trash. Green is natural what she's doing, which is being a punisher. She ain't out here trying to be a rapper. She out here trying to be the best she can be. And you know what? You can keep talking about, I'm undefeated, I got this, I'm the GOAT, my crowning jewel is this, and I wear my gold medals, and look at me, and hey, everybody, I'm okay, you're not okay, and I'm Clarissa the GOAT, self-proclaimed GOAT Shields. Get out of here with that bullshit. It's just going to take one loss, and you're going to get it. And your whole world will come crumbling down. And you know what? It should. I don't wish bad on nobody. I'm not wishing bad on you, but you're a person who needs your world to crumble down. We know your story. I ain't talking about none of that. I know what I mean. Like I can separate it. I can be myself and not the hood champion content creator who like to talk and poke fun and stir the pot and make jokes. I can separate that shit when I'm doing this shit because I listen to your story. I'm going to be serious for a moment, right? I listen to your story. You've been through a lot. And I just want you to know that I heard your story. I don't have no jokes about that. It's nothing to laugh about. That's why for me, I just don't understand why you bring so much goddamn drama. Like, what's wrong with you? But back to regular scheduled program. And when it comes to Shadasia Green, we know she's going to bring drama in the ring. Clarissa Shields brings the drama outside the ring. And she puts you to sleep when she actually gets in the ring. We don't want to see that no more of that coochie coo and shit. Self-proclaimed GOAT. We don't want to see that tickling. We don't want to see that chicken pecking bullshit. We don't want to see that. Matter of fact, you engaging on Twitter is more entertaining. At least you can try to land some knockout blows with your words, but we know when you get in the ring, you ain't knocking nobody out. You're running around there looking crazy. But one thing we know is you take Green seriously. That's why you acknowledging her. You know what I'm saying? You like to come out here and say, someone's a bum, he's a bum, broken, you a bum, and broken bum. We know you the only one with money, right? You the only one with money. 90,000 on the wrist, and you look and you go, man, I'm on my Neiman Marcus. If I want it, I go get it. We know nobody else can have a $90,000 bracelet. Nobody else can have, 5 cars, 4 houses. Nobody can have 25 houses, right? Nobody can have 100 houses. Nobody can have, land and shit. Nobody can be a land baron. Nobody can be out here putting money down, pre-construction loans for condos, and then 6 months into the project, flip it, and when it closes, get a cha-ching-ching and start counting the green. You're the only one that know about money and investing, right? Let you tell the story. And yo, to that I say, in the most respectful way, Clarissa Shields, self-proclaimed GOAT, If I go to Neiman Marcus, if I wanted, I'd go get it. Hey, yo, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Green is on your radar, not because you want to go towards it. Nah, you avoiding green. You're like, nah, I ain't sinking that battleship. I'm not even going to try. I may hit it once. I may hit it twice, but I don't have enough to sink it. You know, it only takes one strike from green to sink your battleship. The GWOAT goes down. The USS GWOAT goes down. And you know why? Because green is just better than you. What you were yesterday, what did they say? Yesterday's price ain't today's price? That's the thing with you. Your price ain't the same. Your shit is plummeted. You doing all this stuff outside the ring. You ain't no rapper. What are you doing? You out there wasting your time. I'm in the music industry. I'm a celebrity. I'm an A-lister. I'm networking. I'm gonna do this and that. My record. I got lyrics. I got bars. Now you got yourself in too deep. Traveling, celebrity events. All that shit's gonna impact your preparation. You know that. That's why you ain't trying to mess with Shields. If you all that, right? You all that, you the self-proclaimed GOAT, right? You disrespect everybody, right? You disrespect everybody. Everybody. So when people come and talk about you, shut up and take that. Because you disrespect the shit out of everyone. All this stuff you're doing is going to affect your preparations, man. It just doesn't look like you're able to multitask. One thing if you're multitasking with sport, staying active, staying in shape. You're not doing that. You're multitasking with all the wrong shit. You're going down a path that's not going to help you in the boxing ring. Before, I was like, yo, Clarissa Shields, ain't nobody beating her. That's really how I felt. Clarissa Shields should be a gazillionaire. Girl can do everything. MMA, she probably goddamn rollerblade. She out here doing press, events, training, business at once, still performing at an elite level. And she out here doing MMA. She just want to fight and prove she's the best. When you got someone like that who's in love with being a combatant, hard to beat them. Now you out here trying to be a rapper. You out here trying to be Remy. You're trying to be, what's her name? Nicki Minaj. Then you're talking about Beyonce. Then you want to be Cardi B. How about this? Just be your goddamn self. We know what you used to have. You used to have ability. We know, but your timing is all off. Stick to boxing. 100% boxing. Be like Canelo. You want to do business outside the ring and all that and invest and all that, cool. But Canelo wasn't out here trying to sing no goddamn Latin songs. He ain't out here trying to sing no goddamn mariachi. Learn from Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya was a badass, whipping everybody's ass. Fool started getting involved in music. He even won a Latin Grammy. Solamente ti, besame. Ooh, whatever the fuck he was singing. Got his ass into a Felix Sturm. Felix Sturm put the bing bings on his ass. Oscar like his lungs pop. Surprised he ain't shit in the ring. He was so goddamn exhausted. You know why? Because he had spread himself too thin doing shit he shouldn't have been doing instead of focusing on boxing, just like you're doing right now. And I'm telling you, Shadasia Green is going to whip you. Shadasia Green should push right now. She was out here juggling multiple lanes and trying to be a rapper. Then she flying in and supporting her married boyfriend. I don't know. I just don't know if Shields can get the momentum on her side. I know Shadasia Green can. Some say champions, you know what? Champions rarely get upset because the opponent is better. They get upset because they mismanaged the lead up. That's really important to understand and to table and have a conversation. A champion like Clarissa Shields I'm going to say this. She should not get upset because someone is better. That's what I felt in the past. I just feel like nobody's beating Clarissa Shields. But right now, looking at her in the last couple of fights, oh no, she done fell off. And especially right now, shit, you know what her biggest fight's going to be is getting the weight off. And I'm not saying that to fat shame her. I'm just telling you the truth. It's going to be getting the weight off for her next fight. It's just exhausting. I talked about cutting from 205 to 160 for a fight, being fucking dehydrated. That shit was awful, man. Felt like my head was gonna explode, like my brain was banging against my fucking skull. And I still was trying to go fight, but we were in the bus riding up to this army base to go up there and fight. Big ass boxing event, man. And the coach was still like, "You gonna?" And I couldn't do it. I thought I was gonna die, man. That shit was horrible. But the bottom line is, I took time, but to cut the weight. I ain't have nothing but muscle anyway. But it just was too much water. I just lost too much water, man, and it was just bad. But when I watched Clarissa Shields, I'm like, shit, she's gonna have to take some weight off. And I don't know how long she's gonna take for training camp, but probably half of her training camp is gonna be on taking that weight off. The other half would be on really, working on her skills and shit. But I'm telling y'all, that lead up to Clarissa's next fight. Now, I know she ain't fighting Shadasia, but if she was, I think she would get upset. For real, I think Shadasia would beat her. Because Clarissa's she's like a scrambled egg. She's all over the goddamn place. She'll be coming in there probably training at, I don't know, 75, 80% of where she should be instead of 100%. And I don't care what you say. She need to be 100% to beat Shadasia Green. But she won't be able, in training camp, to lock in early enough because she's spending so much time on, cutting weight. But that's what happened because right now she's out here trying to count the green. Now you should be counting the calories, counting the calories. Out here underestimating the danger. Like Shadasia Green can't tranquilize you. And that's where the underdog, like what Clarissa Shields, how she sees Shadasia Green, can steal history. Shadasia Green, basketball player, college graduate, and come back to the sport of boxing after I don't even think it's goddamn 5 fights or something. Ends up winning everything and going to the Olympics and picks up a silver medal. Comes become a champion and then boom, beats Clarissa Shields and now Shadasia Green is the GOAT. Clarissa Shields no longer has that crown jewel. Nobody cares about them 2 gold medals. She got a loss. She ain't perfect. She done went out here, man, and then you're going to spiral out of control. What you going to do? Who you going to blame? Papoose? Papoose? It's your fault, Pep. It's your fault. Who you going to blame? Yeah, so you better play it safe and leave Shadasia Green alone. That's probably the smartest thing for you to do because Shadasia Green will beat you. Shields is distracted, people. And I'm just being honest. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. Let me tell you that is the truth. But you know what's true? What's also true is tactics. Green, if she gets the opportunity, is going to capitalize on the impression that Shields is spread thin and Shadasia Green is going to get the victory. Shadasia Green is a unique person and she's in a unique position career-wise. She needs a breakthrough win. Clarissa is the win she needs. She just went and beat Savannah Marshall, which was a big, big deal. Her next opponent has to be something bigger than Savannah Marshall. This shit about Katie Taylor, I don't think that can happen. Serrano, I don't think that can happen. They're kind of small. Jessica McCaskill, I don't know. Hannah Gabriel just doesn't seem like, my girl Hannah. I love Hannah. A lot of respect for Hannah. Don't know if she's, what exact things are going to work out where she can come back and go right into a fight like that with Shadasia Green. But the bottom line is for Shadasia, timing couldn't be better. You know what I'm saying? Women's boxing is growing fast. Networks want rivalries and fans want dangerous matchups. A fight between Clarissa Shields and Shadasia Green. That, let me tell you something, that may be the biggest fight for Clarissa, which she won't get and she doesn't deserve, is Layla Ali. Okay? She doesn't get it. She won't get it. She doesn't deserve it. So I don't have nothing else to say. But the next best thing right now is Shadasia Green. And the Twitter beef adds emotion. Every major rivalry, Ali, Frazier, Shields, Hammer, Taylor, Serrano, started with tension, interviews, and words before the punches. What we're seeing right now is a pre-negotiation stage. Green is creating noise, and Shields is responding, which is the first step in turning conversations into contracts. But in terms of skill breakdown, the matchup is legitimately compelling. Shields has the advantage in speed. Well, she used to. Let me not take it to the stupid. Shields used to have the advantage in speed. Maybe she had the advantage in footwork, championship composure, defensive awareness, and high level ring IQ. She had all that at a point in time. But now, I don't know. She used to be built for 10-round chess matches. But when you take a look at what you got here, Green has all that right now. And she only getting better. In addition to those things, Green brings physicality, size, strength, pressure, and the kind of punching power that forces respect. Her jab is stiff, her inside game is heavy, and she rolls into combination with violent intent. She has timing, she can counterpunch, she has great eyes, great IQ. Green would beat Clarissa if they fought. Now, remember, Clarissa trying to out footwork and outmaneuver Shadasia. There was a point in time that maybe she could do that. But I just don't think she has the feet and rhythm to no longer neutralize Green's bigger punches. I just don't think she has it. I don't think she has it. And in training camp, I don't think she can get it back. Not to go in there against somebody like Green in the next fight. That's why Clarissa won't fight her. But I tell you what, let Shields come out there thinking that she's going to bully somebody, stay in the pocket too long, or try to prove a point. And watch what Green's power does. It becomes a real factor. One clean shot can change the rhythm of women's championship fights. And let me tell you something, the rounds are shorter. Green doesn't need 12 rounds to find her moment. She just needs one sequence, one moment, and seize the opportunity. And it'll be like, down goes the GOAT, self-proclaimed GOAT. So from a promotional standpoint, the beef is perfect. Shields is the established face of the sport. I can't take that away from her. That's a fact. Green is a hungry challenger with something to prove. Shields has the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, but she has the spotlight. Green wants the crown, and I think she can get it. Beyond skill, there's a personality clash, but there's something going on, something from 2016. I want to know what the hell's going on there. I want to know. But I don't know. We may never find out. But when it comes to the personality clash, Shields has shown to be assertive. Shields is very vocal. And, hey, look, she's confident. Green is like that pit bull sitting over in the corner, quietly intimidating, respectful until pushed, and very sure of her power. Two strong identities collide, and fans love identity wars. That's why this fight is building organically, but I think Clarissa Shields, she's going to talk trash, but she ain't getting in the ring with her. The more they go back and forth online, though, the more the promoters realize they have something hot, and fans want to see it. So, although I don't support Shields, because I don't like the way she disrespected Layla Ali and Muhammad Ali, I just got to be real with you. If she would have never done that, I wouldn't have nothing to say about Clarissa Shields. Except say, yeah, she had a big mouth, she's annoying, but she can fight. And I'd still be like, yo, nobody beats her. But she came and ran her mouth about Layla Ali and Muhammad Ali and been disrespectful towards that family for too many years. So I lost a lot. I lost a lot of respect for Clarissa. Some say, oh, you dislike her. I don't dislike her. I just don't respect her. She got to come and apologize and change her ways if she want to get my respect. But she don't care about men and respecting people anyway. But she want everybody to respect her. Now, fuck that. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Never has, never will. Respect is earned. Nobody gonna give you no goddamn respect. You gotta earn it. She hasn't earned it from me. And many people out here in the boxing world. It's ridiculous, to be honest with you. See somebody conduct themselves the way she does. But there was a time where even I would agree she was probably too skilled, too experienced, too decorated, and too defensively sharp to lose to anybody. And that would have been fair. You know, you gotta Shields does have best resume in women's boxing today, but you know, Shadasia Green supporters argue that something just as important, Shields right now isn't looking all that hot. Doesn't seem to be focused, and she never fought a fighter this fresh, this strong, this hungry, with this kind of momentum who's determined to take her out, and that's a fact. Even when Hannah Gabriels fought in the first fight and dropped her, Hannah Gabriels had a little bit of doubt and wasn't quite sure how she would perform in there. Shadasia Green's not coming in there with self-doubt. And then as the fight progresses, start to learn about herself and say, hey, I can really compete at this level now. Shadasia Green coming in there like, yo, Ivan Drago, if she dies, she died. Shadasia ain't coming to play with her. So Clarissa doesn't have no mental advantage, nothing. There's no intimidation advantage. She has nothing. Green isn't scared of Shields at all, and they know each other from teenagers. Shields knows that. That's why this beef feels different. It's mutual. And I do think there's something that Shadasia Green has on Clarissa that has Clarissa on eggshells. There's something that Shadasia knows about Clarissa that Clarissa does not want to get out. She does not want it talked about. I don't know. I'm telling you, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something there. I'm telling you, that could be another reason why Clarissa just avoids Shadasia. She's like, I don't want that stone to be flipped over, but I want to know what it is. But if the fight happens now, most people are going to admit the momentum favors Green. Now, if it happens later and Shields comes back, she gets active, she sheds all that damn extra weight she put on, and she can get down to 168 and she can start to look healthy at 160 or whatever weight they're going to fight at. She starts to look healthy, then they're going to say, okay, the timing matters. Shields been busy. Whatever's going on with her married boyfriend, Papoose, that's either worked itself out or it's faded away and he's gone back to his wife. The bottom line is they're going to sit back and say, Clarissa Shields back active in the gym. It's going to diminish. I think it's going to diminish fans' belief that Shadasia can get a victory. That's why Shadasia should catch her right now. Green light, go all gas, no brakes. There's a small window of opportunity here, but it's a real one. And I just think boxing history is full of champions who got caught slipping just once, and that's all it takes. And this, to me, is Shadasia Green's opportunity. Catch Clarissa Shields slipping and get her out of there. So, is this fight close? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Just because I don't have no respect for Clarissa Shields because of how she disrespected the Ali's, and just because I think she isn't focused on boxing. The fight is definitely close, but I think Shadasia blasted out of it. No doubt. Absolutely. Now, is it guaranteed? No. But the fight happening is something that I think it should. And the Twitter argument is the closest thing to confirmation fans have gotten, And boxing, silence kills fights. Noise brings the fights to life. Right now, Shields and Green are making noise, which is what is good. That's what we need. This is exactly what a big fight sounds like right before the negotiation stage goes public. If women boxing wants another historical moment, like the Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, this is the matchup. And the Twitter beef proves they both know it. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. If they fight, I'm talking in the next 6 months, I got Shadasia Green knocking Clarissa Shields out. Clarissa Shields looked sloppy, y'all. Last couple of fights, she looked sloppy. Yeah, she come out strong, throwing a bunch of punches, but she just out there coochie cooing. She's still trying to score points like she's fighting in the Olympics. She ain't gonna have time to try to do all that. Wait for Green to throw some lazy punches like she caught Perkins now and counter with the big right hand. She ain't gonna be able to do that shit against Shadasia Green. Clarissa gonna get her ass touched up and bing bing. You watch. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. As far as Clarissa, I'm the GOAT, Papoose, Papoose, change your attitude and people will start treating you different. Nobody was really coming at you like this. Not the way people are now. You just went out here, man, and picked a fight with the wrong last name. And now everybody's on your ass. I hope y'all do fight soon. I hope you do get humble. Because you're too negative and you got a bad attitude. Please make the fight with Green so she can knock your ass out. You learn how to treat people and how to conduct yourself. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.